Hello guys! Today we're gonna cook beshparmak, which is traditional Kazakh food. The whole cooking process done by my mother because I can't cook beshparmak in Japan. Because I'm lazy and it will take a lot of money. Okay, beshparmak is a festive dish and it's usually prepared for a large number of people because cooking takes more than 3 hours. Okay, for beshparmak we need lamb, beef, carrot, onion, flour, eggs, black pepper, bay leaf and salt. First of all, we cut and wash the meat. Next, we need to cook broth from this meat. There are two approaches. If you want tasty meat, then you need to throw it into already boiling water. If you need a tasty broth, then put the meat in cold water. My mother decided to go according to the first option, since broth is not the main thing in beshparmak. And to be honest, it still turns out tasty and rich in taste, since the meat is cooked for a long time. So, pour 3 liters of water into a saucepan and put it on fire. As soon as water boils, load the meat, remove the onion with skimmer and let it gargle slowly for at least 2.5 hours. In the meantime, we're doing the dough. We mix flour, eggs, salt, and adding water in such amount so that the dough turns out to be stiff. Wrap it in a film or bag and put it aside for half of an hour. After this time, divide the dough into several small pieces and begin to roll thinly, one by one. Cut into strips and then make rhombus. Lay out the resulting geometry on a clean towel or napkin to dry. Okay, let's see how our broth is. An hour before the end of cooking, add some bay leaf, carrots, black pepper, and add 1 onion, salt, and leave alone. So, everything is ready. Remove the meat from the broth, discard the bones, and grind the meat, or disassemble into fibers. Strain the broth and, if there is time, put in a cold place to freeze the fat. If there is no time, go straight to the next stage. Cut the onion into rings and put half of the total volume in the pan. If there is fat from the broth obtained in the previous step, then put it in the pan. If you are also impatient, like my mother, then use a little butter and saute the onion for 2 or 3 minutes over medium heat until it becomes soft. We do differently with the second half of the onion. Take suitable saucepan, pour in a couple of ladles of broth, bring to a boil and load onion with black pepper. We cook for literally 2 minutes. Then we take out the onion with a slotted spoon, put it aside, and in no case pour out the broth because our rhombus noodles will cook here, which we load in parts so they do not stick together and cook until tender. The time depends on how dry the noodles were before. I got about 7 minutes. My mother. We put the finished noodles in a colander. When all rhombus are cooked, send them to the pan to the browned onions and mix thoroughly. Serve beshparmak as follows. We take a wide, beautiful dish, put the onions with noodles around the circumference, the meat in the center, and on it the onion, which has been cooked in broth. The broth itself is flavored with herbs and poured into bowls or other suitable vessels. Beshparmak is usually eaten by hands, which follows from its name, which is literally 5 fingers from Kazakh language. However, you can also use a spoon. A spoon. Bon appetit, my friends, and thank you for watching.